Alright guys, this is Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. This is going to be part number 4 on my personal blades. I was asked, what bushcraft tools do I have in my possession that I could recommend? Hang tight, I'll show you. Alright guys, welcome back. Bushcraft tools, what does that imply? That implies it is going to be a blade of some sort to be able to do bushcrafting. And it's funny, a lot of people don't even know what bushcrafting means, but it just translates to having the ability and the skill set to be able to fabricate whatever you need out in the woods. You know, whether it is a spoon, or tent stakes, if you have to be able to build your own buck saw, to furniture, raised elevated beds, building shelters, you know, just the list is endless. Can you do that with just a knife? Yeah, you can. You can. But we've learned, you know, through the centuries that better tools means better efficiency, ease, quickness. Those all add up when you're out in the bush trying to get something done, especially if you're in inclement weather and you are in a true survival situation where you need to have whatever it is you're putting together. So with all that being said, I've got a set of tools that, you know, when I know that I'm going to be doing some bushcrafting, these are going to go out with me. So let me start. First of all, let's talk about the two saws that I like to take with me. Number one is the Silky Gone Boy folding saw. Silky saws have been around for years. There are other saws that have taken on, you know, their, you know, mantra, you know, but these happen to be some very stout saws that get the work done very, very quickly. This will cut up to about an 8-inch log, you know, and to me that's about all I want to jack with here. But you know, the prices on this stuff I can't tell you, but I do know this is probably maybe under $50, I think, something like that. Is it a lifetime saw? You know, you might have to replace the blade a few times in your lifetime, but if you take care of this thing, it's going to last you a long time. You know, help to buck down, you know, wood, get it ready. The other saw. This happens to be a buck saw. Now I've got it folded up and I'm not going to take it apart, but look up Stoll's outdoor gear. He puts together one of the finest buck saws that I have ever seen in my lifetime. I like these. You know, I'm talking myself right out of showing you this here, and it's probably not fair that I don't do that, because I want to show you just how easy it is to deploy. You know, most buck saws, his are very, very easy for sure, but it just flips open like so, right? And these two ends go in here like this. In order to keep this tightened, what you have to do is you have to take this toggle, and you want to have, if the buck saw you have has a knot in it like that, then you want to make sure that knot is off center, and then all you do to make this thing tighten up is just, you know, keep wrapping this thing like so, and it tightens both ends of this handle all the way in, and then the toggle itself is what holds it in place, right? That's pretty stout like that. You know, if I was cutting wood right now, I would go ahead and tighten it up some more. But you get the basic idea of what you got going on here. StollsOutdoors.com, or I think that he just has a Facebook page. But he's very, very reasonable on these. I think they're around they're less than $175. And to me, that is a great price for this type of a saw. You know, comes with the blade and all that, you know, but I love those. Okay, so that'd be the second saw that I would carry, and I wouldn't carry any other ones. Just those two saws is what I carry. Another tool that I carry, we're going into the specialty tools here. You know, everybody knows about carrying a multi-tool. I have had this Leatherman Wave in my possession for many years. It's been around the world. It's did hard work in Africa, in the jungles of Nigeria, of Ghana, Cameroon, you know, all through there, you know, and it's been to Western Europe, South America, everywhere, you know. You cannot go wrong carrying a Leatherman tool. So that's another bushcraft tool that I carry. Then something else. I don't always carry this because I'm not always going to be making, you know, fun stuff. And that's what I call fun stuff, is if you're going to do a bowl, you're going to do a cup, if you're going to do any type of utensils, you know. But this knife happens to be made by Schrade, and it has every blade that you might need in it if you're going to do any type of carving, if you want to make anything. You know, I think this is less than 25 bucks. I don't always carry it with me because I'm not a guy that wants to spend my time out in the bush, you know, making utensils, unless I'm going to be there a long time and I didn't take something along with me, you know. But that's a neat little bushcraft tool. The next two, however, these are humdingers. This particular tool is called the Settler's Wrench, and this has obviously an auger on one end with a pilot point, and it's welded to this section of stainless steel that when you hammer it down over a stick about that big around, it creates a toggle, a peg, right? And then on whatever you're going to attach it to, you screw this in, clear it out. You can put a T-handle made out of another stick in here, and you can go pretty far down. And then you put the two pieces together. You can build chairs, you can build ladders, tables, shelters, just anything you want with this little guy right here. And this is made by Sean of the Wild, and I think he does have a website. And these are less than $100 too. And this is pretty much a lifetime tool because you can resharpen these. I like that. And then last but not least is the Bushcraft Tool of the Year by Mr. Todd Hunt, TM Hunt. Todd, I don't even know if he makes these anymore, but this is called the M18. Any of you guys from the Marine Corps from the 60s and the 70s remember the M18 being a Claymore mine. He named it after the Claymore mine, I believe. But this is a bushcraft tool extraordinaire. You've seen this probably featured on Alone and Naked and Afraid. He's had several of his blades appear in those survival shows. And when I first saw this, I really can't remember, but I was talking to Todd because we reviewed a couple of his knives. His knives have been nominated for Knife of the Year, and he was telling me about this, and he ended up sending me one, and when I got it, I was like, holy mackerel, man. It looks like a machete, but it's also a draw knife. It is a bunting knife. You can process wood with this. It's got a pot hook on it. You know, I mean, this is just, there's a lot of things that you can do with this guy, and it's a one-stop shop with it. You know, Todd puts stuff together very, very well. You know, he's a thinker, and he understands metal. He's a metallurgist too. You know, so you know, when you buy something like that from him, you're getting an impeccable knife. So those are my bushcraft tools that if I have all these with me, there's not anything I can't build that I need. So I hope that all helped you out right there. tmhunt.com, TM Hunt Custom Knives, or yeah, I believe that's it. So you want to check out his website. Check out all these guys that you saw here. Hope the video helped you out when you go to buy some bushcraft tools and get out there and build this summer. Right now we're held hostage by this COVID-19. We can't hardly do anything. But when you do get out there, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe.